How exactly do you tell your girl that she's not quite smelling so fresh in certain areas of her body? Hi there, men's dating coach Harry Wilmington here, founder of Introvert Dating Success.com. And today we're going to be answering a question from a guy on Reddit who is having an interesting situation with his wife. Anytime that they do it in a certain position, he can smell that it's not so fresh back there, and he wants to know what he should do to make that a better situation for him. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell icon to be notified of when I post up new daily videos. Also, be sure to go to the website to download my free ebook, Texting Like a Boss, as well as hitting on the tip jar tab to show your support, the links of which can be found at the website and in the description below. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I wanted to do a fun one today, and I saw this question on Reddit, and unfortunately, it is a problem that you will probably come up against when you are trying to deal with women in a sexual manner. The title of it, first of all, is called Problems Smelly Awkward. And then he goes, so my wife's favorite position is doggy. I love it as well. The problem is, even after taking a shower, I can smell her behind. She is a very hygienic person. I can see that she does try to wash her bum in the shower. However, last night we got down to business and I nearly went soft, I'll say, because it smelled so bad. She had just showered. I don't think I can tell her because it would devastate her, but this has been an ongoing thing for years. I think it's a secret I will die with. And then he says in the edit, it's not an every time thing. Most times not an issue, just sometimes. And then he says, for an edit, it's not her vagina, poop smells like poop. When I go down on her, no smell. It's when she is in doggy and her butt is opened up and in the air. So I've dealt with this as well. A long time ago, there was a girl that I hooked up with, and when she got in that position, I started noticing as I was going back and forth that this air kept blowing up and I kept smelling this smell. It was like, oh my God, it's like her butt's not all the way clean. And unfortunately, this is a thing that is going to happen from time to time. The reality is our bodies can be smelly and disgusting, and we might not always be aware that that is happening, okay? So here's the thing that I've learned, okay? Because I know as guys, we tend to get in our head sometimes, and we don't want to say things that are going to make a woman feel awkward to the point that she doesn't want to do sex anymore. And that can be a really hard thing because you're like, I'm in the moment and you're smelling these smells and you're like, I just want to get rid of the smell. I don't want to stop the movement or make her feel bad or say something that's going to make her cry or whatever, but this smells horrible. And honestly, guys, just real truth, this is something you need to get over. Here's the thing. Most women, if they like you and they're getting pleasure with you, they want to feel like a goddess when you are hooking up with them. They want to feel like the end all be all, that you're the center of their pleasure, okay? But here's the thing, because they want to know that, they actually do want to know when that is not happening. Because women would rather in the moment feel momentarily like weird about a thing or feel like, oh my gosh, I'm grossing this guy out, than to not know, they did not have the guy not say anything, and then he's starting to move his eyes to other places and try to find somebody else to hook up with besides her, okay? So understand that, yes, if you approach women with some of these things, you might get an initial reaction from them that's like, what? Oh my God, but I did, but how dare I? But usually, if they're wanting to keep their groove on and they recognize that this is a thing that's going to stop the move from happening and it's going to be bothersome to you, then they're going to try and correct it, okay? So, answer this guy's specific question. The first thing is get out of your head that this is a bad thing to talk about, okay? Sexual health and sexual smells is important. Just like if you came to her and wanted to do some stuff and you were smelling down there like sweat and stank, you can imagine that her trying to do stuff down there, she'd probably be like, oh my God, you need to shower first. But there's loving ways you can say these kind of things. So for example, he said this woman already took a shower. Here's the reality, guy, is that a lot of people, when they take a shower, they don't really realize the intricacies of the stuff that happens down there. But basically, shower water, you turning it on and just pointing it to your backside is not going to really clean out that area. Okay, so she might be standing in the shower and water's like running down her, and it might be running down a crack, but it's not really getting into the full crevice, because this is going to sound really gross, but when her butt cheeks are close together, there's a hole in there that is also being covered and is therefore not having water run through it. In addition, unfortunately, a lot of women, when they use toilet paper, most of them buy toilet paper that's really linty. So aside from the whole smelling thing, they could also be having remnants of linty toilet paper down there that she's wiping her butt with and then staying there, that could also emit a smell. And if they don't wipe that stuff out, then that can also cause a smell to happen, okay? In addition to your diet. If her diet is one where, like, say she drinks a lot of beer or has a lot of like fried foods, then even if she does outward cleaning, you know, if you're back there trying to do stuff, or if you're doing doggy style, or if you're trying to, like, you know, eat some groceries back there, I'll say, then yeah, when that hole opens up, it's going to be emitting out the remnants of smell from the thing that she's eaten, okay? So ideally, you want to try to work on both your and her diet. But anyway, so in reference to this guy's specific situation, here's what I recommend this guy do, okay? Go to a Home Depot or Lowe's and look up shower nozzles. Ideally, you'll either find one that has like a 6-setting situation going on, or one that you can detach from, you know, above yourself in the shower to move directly to where you want to get in certain parts, okay? But you want to find one that has a setting for a jet stream. So ideally, with the ones that have like 6 settings, they'll have, you know, the regular shower setting, they'll have like the one that's kind of like a massager, and then they'll have like a jet stream one that, like, it comes right directly out of the middle of the shower nozzle, and it'll squirt straight and very, very powerfully, okay? And you want to use that to be able to actively, like, get between your wife's butt cheeks and really power wash that thing, okay? Now, interestingly, I've also learned that because the butt has natural oils, that what you don't want to do is use actual soap back there, because they can actually wash away the oils that are needed to cover up smells and actually keep your butt in good condition, okay? That's a thing that a lot of people don't know, is you don't want to actually use soap, like, directly in the hole, like, legitimately you don't, okay? But you can use, like, water. Think of it like when you go to the bathroom, if you've ever used a bidet before, like, bidets are designed to just shoot straight up into your hole and get it clean. So same thing with these shower nozzles that have the little jet stream, is that you can take that off and just spray it wherever you want. Or if it's not one that you can detach and it's just directly attached to the shower pipe itself, then what you can do is just make sure you tell her to angle herself in a way where she can open up her butt cheeks and have the water come in and wash, okay? And make sure it's at like a good, like, 5 or 6 seconds to really just get in there and just wash all that stuff out of there. That way there will be no remnants of smell or anything else that's back there that could be causing a smell, okay? I know this is probably a really disgusting conversation to have, but let's be grown-ups here, okay? Again, you're gonna smell back there sometimes. She's gonna smell back there sometimes. And if you guys are not equipped with ways to get rid of that, then you're going to have problems. Also, I recommend having scented wipes, like scented toilet wipes that she can use. And you could recommend to her, hey, before we do this thing, let's make sure we're both clean back there, and have her wipe back there with those things. So if nothing else, you'll have the fresh smell of whatever the wipe's perfume was versus whatever your wife ate or whatever's happening back there. But the point is, there are ways to be cleaner back there that all people should know, especially if you're going to be doing doggy style stuff, or if you're going to be eating her out back there or whatever. You want to make sure that she's going to have a good time, and you as well. And again, guys, I can't stress this enough. Get out of your head that women do not want to hear about this, because they might be hurt a little bit when you first tell them, but ultimately, if you're coming from a loving place, then they'll be cool with that. And there's ways you can present things to people to where it won't hurt their feelings so much. So you could say, for example, hey babe, why don't we take a shower instead of putting it on her? Or if you're back and you know some stuff, you could say, you can turn around and then after, like, get out of the doggy style position and finish up doing some other position, make sure she has an orgasm the rest of your life, and then later on you can say, hey, so just so you know, I don't really know how to bring this up, but like the reason I switched up our positions was because I wanted to keep doing what we were doing, but I noticed there was like a faint smell coming back there, and I think that next time we can like figure out how to do X, Y, and Z to make sure that's not happening, and I'll do the same for me as well, okay? Always bring it back to a we thing. Like, we need to correct these problems about our bodies, because I know just like your butt has an odor, mine probably has one too. Let's get this situated to make sure we're smelling proper for each other in the bedroom, okay? But if you don't bring it up, then you're going to end up having resentment later. You're going to be mad at her, and she's not going to know why, and that is not fair to her, okay? If she has some kind of bad hygiene problem, or even if like she comes to bed after doing a workout or a run and she smells bad in her armpits or smells bad down there, whatever, bring it up, okay? Anytime I'm dating somebody, I always bring up, if something like that's happening, I say, hey, so I wanted to do this thing, or like say I'm about to go down on somebody and I recognize like, oh snap, there's a smell. I might be like, hey, we should like go take a shower, or hey, like let me we might need to check out down there before we continue on or whatever, because whether it hurts your feelings or not, I ain't doing nothing if it ain't clean down there. Now that you've heard from me, I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever confronted a woman about her bad smells? If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to leave a comment down below or write to me at harrywilmington@gmail.com. Are you ready to learn killer icebreakers that attract women on dating apps? Go to introvertdatingsuccess.com right now to watch my free video training, How to Get Attractive, Feminine, Emotionally Stable Women Dying to Respond to Your First Messages on Dating Apps Without Using Sleazy Pickup Lines, which will give you key secrets to sparking attraction and conversations with women online the smart way. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment on this episode, and catch new episodes 7 days a week right here on YouTube or wherever these podcasts can be found. In the meantime, be sure to check out some other episodes so that you too can learn how to date as your introverted self while still getting your precious alone time. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.